Hello, please excuse this terrible lighting. My phone died. I'm recording this on my iPad. This is a reading for Libra, collective general reading for now till the next week or so while we move out of this retrograde energy. Okay, so tuning in, I feel like there is a need for you to tune out all of the mess that has nothing to do with you. Tune out of, I want to say unsubscribe from other people's drama, other people's chaos, other people's discomfort, and out and away from other people's shadow. I say that because a few of your cards came out in reverse, but I feel like your third eye is very much open. It is awake, but there's a lot that you are carrying that has absolutely nothing to do with you, that is literally weighing you down. So the very first cards that I pulled for you were the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups. The Three of Wands came out in reverse, and I don't remember if the Eight of Cups came out in reverse, but I just have it like this. So with these first couple of cards, the Three of Wands is typically someone who is kind of looking out at a distance, probably waiting for some type of opportunity or some type of maybe good news to come in. I feel like your ability to see beyond maybe muddy waters or see beyond current problems is being blocked. But again, it's being blocked because I think that you are too connected to other people's stuff. And Libra's zodiac is quite literally symbolic of balance, and it is not uncommon for you to try to step in for other people or for you to try to create balance for other people, but this is a behavior that you definitely want to correct, because in time you will end up pouring yourself out so much, and then you're gonna get to a point, if it's not corrected, to where you're like, okay, but what about me? Like, nobody paid attention to me when I needed it, nobody did this when I needed it, and all of these people are just out for themselves. And I feel like to be honest, I feel like you are currently experiencing this, or you have experienced this throughout this retrograde, a certain feeling of maybe like abandonment, and this might have placed you in like this Hangman energy, which was actually your next card, to where you're like, okay, well, what now? What am I supposed to do if I don't have anything else to give to other people, and I also don't have anything more to give to myself? It feels like you're currently in that energy, and again, I would urge you to unsubscribe from other people's shit, because it's truly not your responsibility. This lighting is terrible. That got worse. Let me see if this little light. Slightly better. We're gonna work with that. The next card that came out was the Knight of Cups, and for this one, I think that you will be moving away from what has nothing to do with you, and truly what is not, I was gonna say your emotional labor, so I feel like you probably have been doing a lot of emotional labor for other people, and you will start to kind of walk away from that. But I do feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like you might still try to pick up other people's burdens, and I say that because yes, the Knight of Cups came out, which is a slightly better card. This is someone who has finally like embarked on their own journey and trying to create stability, at least the way that it feels in here, because I hardly ever read the cards for their actual descriptions, and I know that some people stick to just what like the book says. I 1000% read based off energy, but this is someone who has embarked on their journey to create their own stability, their own peace, their own emotional stability, and probably financial stability as well, because they show up as someone who has like all the armor to protect themselves, but they're not running from everything. which is good. But at the same time, this was followed by the Ten of Wands. So even though you might be creating this like stability for yourself, I do feel like you run into situations where people are like, here, hold this for me. Here, fix this for me. Here, speak for me. Here, I have this problem. I have this problem. I have this problem, and this one, and this one, and this one. And so at the end of the day, you're here like, what do I do with all this shit? The truth is nothing. It is your responsibility to put down those burdens and to disconnect from stuff that has nothing to do with you. If this is stuff that has come up for you in your personal life, it's kind of the same message. Just put that stuff down and allow yourself to just reflect on whatever lesson you can possibly derive from that. If it's just been stress, then allow yourself to purge that, because you can't continue if you are stressed. The same way that you wouldn't like ride a horse that hasn't eaten, that hasn't rested, that hasn't drank water or anything like that. Like, you wouldn't overwork, you shouldn't overwork yourself the way that you have been trying to. And I think that that's why you've probably felt so drained lately. I feel like you might have been dealing with like IBS issues as well, just because of the prominence of the yellow in most of these cards. That just leads me to believe that you might have been experiencing like an unbalanced or a blocked solar plexus chakra. And at the same time, I don't think you've been able to speak up and just say, I'm tired. And I think it's time for you to just speak up and let people know that you're tired. Let people know that you don't want to hold on to this anymore, and that it is not your responsibility to hold on to those things anymore. Give those problems back to who they actually belong to, so you can create the balance within yourself, so you can feel centered again, and so that you can feel motivated to go on your own journey, because you have not been on it. It feels like you've been off to the side doing other people's work. The final card for you was the Moon, and I think this is a really good card. It's a really telling card of how you, one, will be in a more reflective state to be able to dissect any type of behaviors within, or any type of subconscious patterns that you might have repeated in certain situations. Also to finally speak up and to allow yourself to purge. I think that will be really good for you. Also, for some reason I heard like follow the yellow brick road with this card, because there's literally like a yellow road. So follow all of the things that bring you joy and bring you peace, and ignore anything that isn't that. Like, there's this quote that I've shared before on Instagram that says something like, if it's not aligned, I don't have time. Think of things like that. So if you know that something is draining you, disconnect. This isn't in alignment with who I'm becoming. This isn't in alignment with who I want to be. This isn't in alignment with the life that I want to create. Therefore, I will not get involved. Disconnect. Your major lesson here overall is boundaries. You might have a little bit of difficulty just because you're accustomed to doing this for so many people, that it could be hard for you to truly set those boundaries. But please set those boundaries. It is time, it is beyond time for you to set them, and it's time for you to really assert yourself as the individual and the person that you want to become. It makes no sense to continue to carry other people's stuff and not be able to show up as yourself. Set the boundaries. There is a really good book. I don't know if I have a physical book. I don't think I have the physical book, but there is a book by, I think it's Nedra Webb, if I'm not mistaken. It's literally called Boundaries and How to Set Them, or something like that. I will make sure to add it in the description, but 10 out of 10 recommend that book. It is time to implement boundaries. Focus on that. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember, I will never DM you for a reading. You can schedule a reading with me at theholistic.org. My only Instagram is Mountains by Melodianne. So is my TikTok, and my second TikTok is, I don't even know if I showed you the cards. Too late because I already put them away. Did I? Too late because I already put them away. My second TikTok is the Holistic Healer. yeah, sorry if I didn't show you the cards. I don't remember if I did or if I didn't, but they're in here.